Don't forget to smile in times when you still can't, because the misfortunes of life will make us too busy into overthinking about whatever happens or happened to us negatively and unhappily. Just go on and have real and genuine smiles. I talked to a friend the other day, and he told me that he faked smiles to the extent that he couldn't see it anymore when he rehearsed it in the mirror at home because it was too fake to be repeated. And it's only we, the same people around him, who claim to have seen his smile, but it was a facade. Sometimes we claim to be the controller of life when things are going too well. We will always say, I had to have sleepless nights to make this happen, and there's nothing wrong with this real life proclamation, but we don't want to claim the control of our life during misfortunes and when things are not going well. I'm not saying we shouldn't feel in control of any of the two, but to balance the two and acknowledging that some crazy things can and will happen is a good thing to know. What I'm trying to reach to is we can control whatever happens to us at all times, but we can control the way we react to what we face in life. If you got one customer at your business today, the next day you have to try hard to get 2 or more customers increasingly. We are only here to control the way we react to what has to happen to us. We are not in full control of whatever has to happen to us. Sometimes the broken moments that we don't expect will happen. For instance, let's say you lose your job the next day. God forbid, but what are you going to do? Are you going to write a suicide letter by blood of self-curse from self-hate as the ink? Are you going to create something new to get some repetition of that? Are you going to cry over it the whole of your remaining life? Are you going to hate everybody that you see passing by the street, pissing you off by the greed? Or you're going to sit down and contemplate the issues presently and precisely? What if things go really bad and you lose your spouse? God forbid, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay on positive parenting, or you are giving up at your children's lives completely? What if you lose your newborn baby? What about if you get a miscarriage? Will it give you a discourage to giving birth? What are you going to do? Are you going to start trying to get a baby, or you are going to take another shot? Pretty is life, but pity is part of living life. God forbid to all these analogical, tragical, circumstantial questions before and after what I'm writing. That's why I suppose that you smile a little bit when you still can't, because misfortunes won't let you smile anymore, and you have to let tears take control unstoppably like the weather. Just make sure you don't let the chance to smile pass over your head like the airs passing over the cyclist in the tournament rallies. The question is, what are you going to do when your craft is outdated? What are you going to do? Are you going to stand by and watch your craft being sliced into pieces by the modern changes with a weak breath and weak headshake of disappointment, or you are taking a chance to improve your skills? Are you giving up now, or you are going to polish your skills proficiently so that they can suit with the current modern changes? Smile and understand that we are only here to control the way we react to whatever happens to us. Just try to emotionally take yourself to a certain level of reacting positively to whatever happens to you, and that's the only way to take control of your life, because the misfortunes of life aren't going nowhere. They are part of life, and that's a very special announcement I can make to you. You know, sometimes things that are very contrary to what we planned will happen our way. Things that we cannot anticipate will happen to us. You can simply be in ownership and control of your life. The more you realize that we are only here to understand and learn the better ways of reacting to all things that happen to us. Some sad things may happen too, because it was a good author, Jocelyn Murray, who once said that sometimes it takes great suffering to pierce the soul and open it up to greatness. I'm not saying that you will always find problems putting their knees into your necks. I'm just saying that you have to learn how to handle these situations, because the life we are living is not in direct correlation to positivity all the time. Life has highs and lows. So don't forget to smile, because the misfortunes won't let you live and go away without those kinds of painful lively downsizes. Pain, just like joy, it's part of life. It's only a great place to learn a few things or die in the classroom without passing a single grade. We are not even getting out of life alive. That simply shows how uneasy it is to correctly judge a book by its cover. I guess patience is the plain answer to a blank page that would have carried questions about life. Life is too beautiful the way it is, and we should admit it in any way. The greatest movies in Hollywood today will always give us the most traumatizing scenes firstly, and then the most comfortable and soothing scenes lastly. And I guess that's what happens in life for some people. If not, the direct opposite happens too for some people, because some of these movies do the same direct opposite. We should admit it that we are not perfect, contrary to what the societies and media claims. We only have to develop the courage to hold these wounded lives with care, and sooner or later we will get to the point where we can know what to expect. We only have to learn that we have to live in the moment and focus on the upcoming moments and reminisce the beauty in the past moments, because it was John C. Maxwell who once said that the person who forgets about the ultimate is a slave to the immediate. We don't need to become slaves to whatever comes to us in the now. We only need to see our brighter horizons underneath these dark dramatic ceilings. We only have to smile when we still can, because tomorrow may come with a better emotional climate. It's better to forgive ourselves about the immediate. Life is just ease, and it will always be itself, not what we have always thought it to be, not even what we have always been told it to be. We will never understand our powers if we can't live in the moment fully. Let's admit and love what we are now for the sake of what we want to be tomorrow. If we use delusional feelings in retaliation to whatever happens to us, we won't win. And life is too real to be faked, too magical than magic itself. So don't forget to smile, cause sometimes the darkest circumstances will bring lighting woods into our hands while we are in the tunnel of confusion in which we are trying to pass through weakly. Sometimes situations labeled suffering are the most rewarding times. Sometimes the unborn success is hidden under the unturned ugly rocks that don't give hope to uncover or turn over. Sometimes the ugly trees produce unfamiliar breadfruits and nice shades too. Sometimes the unopened emails have already written your name in capital letters under the heading of success. Sometimes the greatest teachings are hidden into the untold stories. So we should stand by and say goodbye to this type of understanding that says we should indulge into the past and fail to smile at the moment, and it's too misguiding and unreal that it goes on to spoil the greatest lively moments we have ever had. Yes, you had it right. Sometimes things are not going to work out timely in the way that we planned and hoped them to be. We should admit and adjust the fact that that's the way it is. We just have to start learning to handle ugly situations because they are part of life, and I don't think there is anyone of you trying to stand outside of life. So don't forget to smile. This thing called life is here, and we should treat it with bravery instead of fear and trickery. Sometimes taking it easy is better than getting mad at everyone around you and also to you yourself. We should love because that's a fruit of great sweetness. If we love these people around us, we should mind the way we speak to each other, not to hurt one another, and refrain from hurting ourselves too. We should mind the way we ride these vehicles of life without hurting the vehicles around us on this road of a lifetime. We should turn our hands into good examples for other people, not turning our hands into suffering places for other people. We should smile and stay in life presently, not being stuck into the past broken moments. And we should use the new moments to rebuild the past broken moments beautifully. We shouldn't let these new ones slip, fall, and break too. So live life before you live life. Love life before you live life. We must be more compassionate to ourselves in the first place before anyone else tries to be compassionate to us. We shouldn't save smile for the next day. Let's use them right now, and it will give us the eye to create new ones the next day. And we better live life before misfortunes holds us accountable by a knife on our necks to fake necklines of worries. And let us live through that moment with hope to stay stronger after it, as misfortune throws the knives away defeatedly after realizing that we are stronger and more hopeful in the moment. Just remember the words of Maya Angelou that goes by saying, If you have only one smile in you, give it to the people you love. So there and smile for the people you love unconditionally. Mother Teresa herself, in her own words, said that peace begins with a smile. I hope we all together start the next day by smiling to cause some pieces of peace within us and these people around us. I don't know much about life, but I would smile when I still can if I were you.